is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Welcome into another edition of Mornings on Main Street on this beautiful Tuesday, December 28th, 2021. Just 3 days left in this year, and we head into 2022. And let's hope 2022 is a fantastic year for everybody. Anyway, so welcome in. We'll get you off and started today on this great show. We got a lot of good stuff for you coming your way. We got events happening tonight. We got book authors on. We got restaurants that are making people happy. And we got Miss Cheap will join us as well at 7:30 today, as she does every Tuesday. We love having Miss Cheap a part of the show each and every week. So it's going to be fun. Let's bring in my good friend, the intern, from Parts Unknown once again. But you got a guitar. Did you draw the guitar behind you? That's pretty nice.
Yes, I did. I used mulch.
Okay.
To draw, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm just looking at myself here. I mean, handsome again as usual. Just making sure there. Did you have a good? Did you watch football last night?
No, I did not actually. I didn't catch the game. I did hear about it this morning though. I heard the rookie had a pretty good showing. Ian Book.
Oh, he did. Yes, he had a really good show. Yes, he was awful last night.
Yeah. That's what
By the way, I do a little betting. I'm on the BetMGM app. Right. And every game I do this, and I'll tell you for those listening out there, I always take every game. I find one game. I do it with the Titans mostly, but where I put money down for the first touchdown to be scored, which I love this betting part for the defensive player because the odds are usually plus 4,000. Okay, you get that?
All right.
So last night I had the Saints do it because the Saints are at home, crowd. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put the Dolphins, and then like an idiot, I go back to the Saints. Dolphins first touchdown of the game, pick six.
No way.
Would have been worth had I stayed there $1,200. Yep, that's all right. It happens. That's what they call it. Gambling.
Exactly. There you go. And also, you know that'll keep you coming back because the next time you try it, it'll work. It'll work next time.
Then I took the over at 40. Over was 37. Took the over. That didn't happen because the Saints are awful. And then I did a parlay with touchdowns from Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram. That didn't happen. So, my son will not be going to school this semester because Dad gambled. No, I would never do that. My gambling is really small. You play big time, right?
Yeah, I go for the high roller thing.
You go with the ponies, man. You won recently, though, right?
Yeah, me and my dad went to the Titans game last week, and we did a little parlay before we left, and it hit. Yeah, it hit. It was Deontay Foreman touchdown, 199 over for the passing yards of Tannehill, and Titans to win.
Straight up?
Straight up.
What'd you tell me off? How much you win?
340.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Swear to.
And I'm the one giving you money for parking and lunch. This is ridiculous.
Yes, please don't stop. Don't stop.
Well, I'm gonna have to get the talk to somebody about this. Anyway, we'll put that full. There you go. Thanks, pal. Full screen there. Here's your latest headlines from Main Street Nashville on this December 28, 2021. Great picture on the cover of the e-edition. A muralist at work, Charles Key, aims to inspire community one wall at a time. Look at this drawing on the wall. Can you? I mean, I couldn't even. In my wildest dreams, think about doing something like this. I could draw stick figures, but the detail and all, look at that. That's amazing. Amazing. Charles, you're talented. Another great shot by Larry McCormick there on the front page of the e-edition of Main Street Nashville. Let's scroll through there today, and I just come across this article here. Full disclosure, my son does go to DCA, and we live about a mile and a half from the school. And, of course, we all remember the tornado that came through in March of 2020. So the school, they're almost back. There's some stuff that's got to be done. January 4th, Lori Aver with a nice article about DCA. January 4th is when everybody should be back on campus. The elementary schools have been at other places around Donaldson Hermitage doing school while they repaired everything. I mean, if you remember that day, all the football field was gone. The portables were lifted up and dumped. They're found, miles away, just everything. I mean, it was absolutely awful. But hopefully in a week from now, and they go back to school a week from today, everybody's reunited on one campus, and that is really cool. So that's a nice story there from Lori today to go. Always talk about stuff that make it happen. Really cool story here. Springfield native develops game for Steam and Xbox. Guy's 18 years old, Dallin Larson, freshman at Austin P. He's also created a game for Xbox, and it's a very cool thing that he's doing here, and a nice story. He just put his dreams together and did it. He said, I want to be a game developer since I was really young. Grew up on video games. Always been an escape for me and for a lot of us, but he took it to the next level. So good job for you, Dallin Larson, for getting it done and making it happen that way. One of the good things we love about the paper every morning is the history, right? History of Nashville, the national banner. 60 years ago today, here's a front page story of kind of a wind-driven snow across stalled cars on James Robertson Parkway as a city salt truck goes into action. And there's a city salt truck there. Here's what I laughed about this morning, because it's going to be 73 today. Here's the temperature. Let me go down here and find it. On this day, 60 years ago, the high temperature was going to be 28 degrees. For those of us who lived here all of our lives, in December, it would be freezing. There would be very little snow. It'd be freezing. So when you walk outside and see it's 70 degrees, you're like, what in the world is going on here? And the picture to the left is this guy, Harold Smith, chief meteorologist at the U.S. Weather Bureau, scans a radar scope for precipitation. Just amazing how far our technology has come. This instrument is capable of detecting cloud formations and precipitation patterns up to 200 miles from its Nashville Municipal Airport site, which we now call B&A. So very cool. And I love history and all that goes along with it and things that have happened. Look, sports buffs on this day, 1975 right there. You can click on the link to the video. The Hail Mary. We talk about Hail Mary in sports. Where did it come from? Right here, Dallas and Minnesota, Roger Staubach to Drew Pearson. He scores. You can click on the little video tab there and boom, play it for you. And things that happen that go on. That's really, really cool with all that you get on the e-edition of the Main Street Nashville. Came out yesterday. CDC recommends shorter COVID isolation from 10 days to 5 and shorten the time that close contacts need to quarantine. So that came out yesterday afternoon. It was the big news on all the stations late last night. All right, so as we do every morning, Titans will play Miami won last night. The Dolphins. Titans play Miami at home. Last regular season home game will be this Sunday. Dolphins come in. They are red hot. They've won 7 in a row. They're 8-7. They just really took it to New Orleans last night. It was not a very good game. If you're a Saints fan, not good at all. All right, so as we do every morning, let's go to our comic strip tease. Oh, by the way, intern, what's your zodiac sign again?
It's a Taurus. Lay it on me.
Okay, let me find out. Okay, there's Taurus. May 19th, right?
Correct. Thanks.
All right, here's the intern's zodiac for today. A change will spark your imagination and push you in a new and exciting direction. Not bad, huh?
Oh.
Express your desire to make a difference, and someone influential, me, will support your thoughts and actions. Progress is within reach if you go through the proper channels. So please ask me before you do anything.
Got it. That's what I read.
Is that what you got out of that?
Absolutely.
All right, so it's time for our comic strip tease this morning, brought to you by the comic pages of Main Street Nashville. All right, our comic today is the wonderful, funny, and awful cartoon called Zits, which I read that I'm immediately back as a sophomore at McGavick because Zits. All right, so playing the role of mom is the intern. Playing the role of the young, crazy, goofy son is myself, who I'll be reading this part has Hannibal Lecter. Intern, do you have a voice yet?
Yeah, I think I'm going to find it along the way.
All right, here we go. Zits, welcome. And 3, 2, and scene. Hello, Mom. Did you tape this newspaper article on my mirror?
Yes. Did you like it?
Why don't you just text me a link?
I can never remember how to do that.
Tisk. How did your generation ever discover fire?
Cave people were not my generation.
Oh, man.
So terrible.
Hey, that was great. That was
Look, when
great.
he wrote this, did he think this was funny?
Probably didn't know Hannibal would be reading it.
Hello, Mom. Did you take this newspaper article on my mirror? No wonder Hannibal went crazy. All right. Anyway, good job, intern. We got just in time for the boss turns on the show. Woo, that was close. All right. Take a break now. We'll come back to the other side. Donna Driver is going to join us. She is everything that I want to be. She's an author. She's a singer. She acts in community theater. Does so many wonderful things. And I've told you guys, I'm obsessed with people who write books. Obsessed. Because we talk about it, but people like Donna actually do it. And it's really cool. She joins us next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Welcome to Main Street Nashville. Our newly launched e-edition allows you to read our paper online from anywhere in the world. You are in control of how and when you read or listen. Subscribers can access our e-edition online at mainstreet-nashville.com or on a smartphone or tablet using our Main Street Nashville app. In a browser, today's and all previous issues are available at the click of a button. Main Street Nashville is fully responsive. Click and drag your cursor to move the paper left and right. To see photos and text at a larger scale, double-click on a page. Clicking print will allow you to print an article or crossword at your convenience. View photo galleries and videos by clicking the icon on an image. Click play on videos once the screen appears. Main Street Nashville's e-edition is a simple, new way to interact with and consume news. Access the full e-edition of Main Street Nashville on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Read whatever you want, whenever you want. If you have any questions, we're here to help. Call us at 615-527-4104 or email us at news@mainstreetnash.com.
Okay, guys, good job. Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Nice mellow bringing us in right there. I love it. Hey, intern, let them know if they do that again. Mellow music, they're out the door. All right, welcome back to the show. Let's bring in our next guest this morning, Donna Driver, author, everything. Donna, here's how I've known you for a while, but yesterday I'm scrolling through Twitter, and I see you put out a tweet. I go to your website, and I start reading all the stuff that you've done. And again, I'm just mesmerized by the things you've done, the writing and everything. You are a busy lady.
Yes. I can always have something going on.
You are busy. All right, so let's talk. What's your latest project you got going on now?
Well, I'm actually just finished a project. So aside from doing writing, I also do theater. And I just finished doing 3 shows in a row. And the last thing I did was assist and direct and choreograph Miracle in Bedford Falls at the Larry Keaton Theater, which closed right before Christmas. So, but my most recent book that came out was in November, and it is a sequel to my book, Songwriter Night. And the new one is called Songwriter Showcase.
That is so cool. Tell me how you came up with the idea for this book.
Well, so the idea for it actually started in 2020 because theater got shut down and everybody I knew was sort of out of work and not doing anything fun. So I got this idea to write a musical play in book form and then to record it with a full cast of actors and songs And so I asked my friend, composer Caleb Dinger, to help me with the songs, and we wrote it. And one at a time, we brought the actors in all throughout 2020 and recorded it. And then Caleb painstakingly edited it together so that we have Songwriter Night. It's about 3 hours long to listen to. It's available wherever you get your audiobooks. And it's a lot of fun. Like if you like musicals, if you like country music, it takes place here in Nashville. And it's a sweet little romantic comedy. And so then this year, when we got it published, I went ahead and I did like an actual book version. So it's an ebook and print. And then I wrote a sequel so that you can find out what happens next to the characters. And that is out now too, but not as an audiobook.
I love the fact that probably the title of a book, Songwriter Night, has probably been mentioned a billion times in Nashville. Nobody's taking the next step. You did it. You wrote it and everything. You had to be just really satisfied with getting this to come together. Because again, I told you, I'm just mesmerized by people who talk about writing a book, but then go out and write a book and put it together, because it's not an easy task, Donna.
No, it's a lot of time alone in your office by yourself. Just thinking and staring at your computer. And so, yeah, when it finally all comes together, it's very exciting. And this is a little more exciting than most projects, because as the audiobook, I got to hear it being performed by some of my favorite people that perform in theater here in town, and hear them sing the songs that Caleb and I wrote. And it was a lot of fun. And we're hoping to actually put it on stage at some point in the next year or so. So
that's well done. And I got to commend you on your website. It's dgdriver.com.
yeah.
All too often, we'll talk to people and their websites are terrible and, I got to get that taken care of. But your website, Donna, is perfect. I mean, it is perfect for everything you're doing and getting done. And you could go right down. There you are. And there you could learn about your book there. So having a website, as you know, and you see it right there, is critical to the success of a writer.
Yes, it's nice. It's a nice little place to put all of your work. Thank you so much. I work hard on it. So I really appreciate that. But yeah, there's a page for each book or series. So if you want to learn about anything, it'll tell you all about it, where you can get it, some reviews, and some other places where I've like done blog posts and stuff like that. So
what's it like that right there? I mean, your idea, your creation, and everything right there on the screen.
It's exciting. It's neat. One of the most fun things as an author, especially like when a lot of books come out in ebook, like they don't feel like anything, and so whenever you get to see all your stuff in one place, like on a website, or you get to actually hold a book in your hand that you wrote, it feels very concrete, like you've done something. Because a lot of times, like I said, it's a very lonely job to write, and and to do the marketing. So it's nice to see how it all looks all together.
So what's next for you? Now, you just said you did the play at Larry Keaton Theater. You're writing books. What's next for you?
Well, I'm about to take a little break from theater because I just did 3 shows back to back, which took a lot of time. And so I'm going to take a break for a couple of months anyway. And I think my next plan actually is to take Songwriter Night and adapt it into a stage show. Because right now it very much it's heavy on narration because it's a book.
Right.
So we're going to take that narration out and probably add a few more songs, and then try to find a place to do it. So that's sort of next. And then I had started a new novel last year. So I'll probably get back to work on that.
Very good. I know you're busy, and I know what you all done, the work you've done the past couple of years. We did a TV thing together a while ago. So I just think it's great what you're doing. I'm, again, enamored with your process of putting it all together, because we all talk about books, but nobody ever really takes that next step, and you did. You made it happen. And there. So let's go to the website, dgdriver.com. Your books are on there. And you also have a section real quick on you didn't write these, but did I read this correctly on books you recommend to read for winter? Is that right?
Yes, I'm about to post my newest blog post this week. At the end of every year, I sort of do a post that sums up on my blog, that sums up the books that I've read for the year. So I have that, the things that I liked the most. But also of the books that I've written, I do have a handful that take place in the winter. So I like to point that out around this time of year. I do have my young adult books, basically. So I have this series, which is a YA fantasy series. It starts with Cry of the Sea, and they all take place from October through February. So they're good wintertime books. And also my young adult romance novel, All the Love You Write, which is also a ghost story. It starts in January for the second semester of their senior year in high school. So those are my winter books.
That's so excellent. Donna, thank you so much. And then your next project, we'll bring you back on, keep promoting you for all the good that you're doing. Thank you so much. And I think you're fantastic. Have a great Tuesday.
Thank you. Donna. Thanks for having me.
All right, you bet. Donna Driver, again, author, playwright, everything. So creative. Again, so fantastic. dgdriver.com is the website. All right, we'll take a break. Come back to the other side. A very cool event happening tonight at a great place that you need to know about in God's country. In Donaldson, it's happening. And once you find out about this place, you'll never be the same. All right? You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Coach Hunt, Jim Toman at Middle Tennessee State. Wanted to give you a shout out and congratulate you on an unbelievable career. Love for you to come this fall or in the spring to Middle Tennessee State and talk baseball, or maybe even chat to my team, maybe catch a game or two. Just an unbelievable run that you've had. There's very few college baseball coaches that have done what you've done, Coach. And I want you to enjoy the retirement. I know you're still working in the athletic department, but take it easy, have fun, stay safe, and just proud of you and all your accomplishments.
I'm Tim Leeper, own Tim Leeper Roofing, and we do residential and commercial service and replacement. We're basically your friends in the roofing business. We're local, we can help you, we're quick to respond. Without customers, we don't have a business. So if there's anything we can do to help you, please don't hesitate to call.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone.
All right, welcome back to Morning Zone. Let me see what the band's got going on. No. All right, man. We're done with y'all for today. All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Thank you, Donna Driver, for joining us. Let's head over now to Donaldson, where I told you guys Donaldson's the best place in America. Let's bring in Amy Billings. They own Wind Down Nashville. It's in Donaldson. It's a fantastic place. Amy, how are you? Good to see you. Hi, Amy.
Hey, Joe. I'm trying to get the mic.
That's good. We hear you. Then we lost you. You there? You're back. Hi, Amy. Is there an earthquake in Donaldson? Perfect. Hi.
Hi. I've got no audio.
Can you hear us now? Intern, what should we do? Hold on there, Amy. We got the intern working on it. Can you unmute your computer? Here, you know what we'll do? We'll work on it. We'll do this real quick. Welcome to live streaming television. First of all, I'll tell you about, hey, Wine Down Nashville, located in Donaldson. Nashville's boutique wine and spirits bar. Hey, Amy. If you hear me, you just let me know.
Yeah,
Tonight at Wine Down Nashville, we have they're helping out the Donaldson Gateway Project. It's a nonprofit organization. Post 2021 goodbye at Wine Down Nashville this Tuesday and support the Donaldson Gateway Project at the same time from 5 to 9 p.m. Wine Down intern, you doing all right over there, buddy? Wine Down Nashville will donate 20% of sales to our mission. Stop by, grab a glass of wine. Thank these kind folks for being such hip neighbors. Tonight at Wine Down Nashville, located in Donaldson. Winnie Closer, intern?
Sorry.
So you think her mute button is on for the computer?
She said that her volume's all the way up, so.
Volume's all the way up. This is real-time troubleshooting. Folks, you're not going to get this anywhere else. Not on Today Show, not on Good Morning America, not on whatever show CBS has on. Only on Mornings on Main Street with the intern feverishly working hard over there. So, yeah, Wine Down Nashville tonight, big event. Again, it's in Donaldson next to where the new library is going to be going in. And the event, what the Donaldson? Boom! Donaldson Gateway Project. A nonprofit committed to clean, green, and vibrant Donaldson. Upcoming events, look. Boom! Wine Down Nashville tonight. Give back night at Wine Down Nashville. Hey, intern, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
Good to see you again. Enjoy the evening of Wine Down Nashville and support the Donaldson Gateway Project's work with each sip. Nice. Tuesday, December 28th, Wine Down tonight. We'll donate 20% of all sales to our work. We'll have a grab-and-go cheese kits, craft cocktails, and wine waiting for you. All right. How's that sound there? Intern, you like that? You want to go tonight, buddy?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Give back. All right. Let's take a break. You want to do this?
I can actually hear you.
Hey, Amy, what are you doing?
Yay!
There you are. All right. I'm going to pull you up here. There you are, Amy.
I guess that's the hard part of doing it like this, huh?
I see two of you.
There's two of me. Oh, okay.
All right. Tell me about tonight's event from 5 to 9. I just read it, but tell me about tonight's event.
Well, tonight we're going to be giving 20% of our sales, our net sales, to the Donaldson Gateway Project, and we're really excited to be a part of that. We love our community here in Donaldson, and they've been very supportive. We've been here for a little over 2 years, and of course, I like to refer to it as 9 months plus COVID. And if it weren't for our amazing community, we wouldn't still be here. So we want to make sure that we give back. And this is a great and easy way to do it. It's also easy for the community because who doesn't want to come have wine? And just by coming in and drinking wine tonight, you're going to be giving back.
And I saw cheese kits or something like that the Gateway people put out there. So it's just more than drinking wine. There's a lot that goes on. And your place, Amy, I got to tell you, a lot of people talking about your place. It's a hidden gem. And once that library comes in right next to the new library where you guys are, the sky is the limit for what you guys have done. I'm extremely jealous of you guys because I think it's a great idea and you're in a great location.
Thank you. Yeah, we are. I guess we want to not be so hidden as a gym, but we do have fun events in here. We are kind of the accidental restaurant people, but I grew up here in Hendersonville around the music business. And when I was growing up, we had a bunch of neighbors and celebrities, music people, producers, touring musicians, and everybody'd hang out together. It was no big deal. I wanted to bring that kind of idea here in to Donaldson because this is also a place that is just loaded with great neighbors and music people alike. And we wanted to provide a spot for everybody to be able to come together here just like the old days.
I love it. The website's winedownnashville.com. Everything's involved in there. And yeah, I mean, there's some times, there'll be some big time celebrities, musicians will pop in and say hi to you guys. And that's part of the whole music thing that goes over there. I think it's really cool when I see you guys' website or pictures that some big star had popped in over there right in Donaldson. It's just so cool. I live like 2 miles from you guys.
Yeah, that's true. And my husband, a lot of people think, oh, little pockets of East Nashville or Franklin, that musicians, but we're loaded with musicians here in Donaldson. And we want to be sure that we showcase the talent that's here, showcase what Donaldson has to offer, which is so much more. And I think it's starting to get the word out. We're not just a hidden gem. I think Donaldson altogether is a hidden gem. And I think the word is starting to get out.
I totally agree with you. Again, you guys are located, for those that don't know, you're right to where the old Castronaut used to be in Donaldson, in the strip mall off to the side over there. And I think you got a fantastic spot that's right there, right on Old Lebanon Dirt Road.
Old Lebanon Road.
Yeah, Old Lebanon Road that goes right there. So it's really cool. When did you guys open the doors again?
Well, we opened in July of 2019. And we had 9-month run. We had already started to gain momentum. Some of the things that we started here, I started a series called Off-Road Ramblings, where we bring our musician friends in that have toured with everybody in the world, from Prince to Toby Keith to Steve Miller Band. Of course, my husband will kill me when I say it out loud on TV, but he plays for the Monkees. They've just wrapped up their farewell tour. Of course, we've lost Mike Nesmith now. So he's still playing for Mickey Dolenz, who's carrying the torch, and he's going to be doing a great job. But basically, we just let them come in and tell their road stories and meet everybody. And everybody has wine. If you're not a wine drinker, we also do have non-alcoholic cocktails as well. I do want to mention that, because we are under 20. You don't have to be 21 to come in and eat. So it's family friendly, because we do not have smoking in here. It's very clean, and we have wonderful clientele. So all of our customers end up becoming our friends. So it's a great environment for everyone.
I love it. And tonight, again, from 5 to 9, benefiting the Donaldson Gateway Project. 20% of the sales goes to that great organization who helps keep Donaldson clean and vibrant. That's great. All right, so I'll see you tonight. We'll swing by tonight, say hi, and help out the cause tonight. And Amy, thank you. I know it's early. We'll continue promoting you guys and getting the good word about all the things you guys are doing. Thank you again.
Thank you. All right, we'll see you tonight.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Thank you, Amy, from Wine Down Nashville, the website, winedownnashville.com. You never know who you're going to see when you go in there. It's so cool. All right, we'll come back. Miss Cheap is next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
You knew the risks when you decided to drive drunk. There could be a crash. People could get hurt or killed. You could get arrested. But one thing's for sure, you were wrong when you said it was no big deal.
In a complex world, our greatest strength is our people. Always has been, always will be. Regular Army, National Guard, and Army Reserve. Executing every mission. Preparing for everything. And that's why people matter. Every soldier, every Army civilian, every Army family, every soldier for life. Every one of us. People who make up the best equipped, best trained, best led force in the world. People who serve something greater than themselves. Ready now, investing in the future across every domain. Because in today's complex world, when the stakes are high, America calls its Army. And when that call comes, second place is not an option. We'll remain ready. We'll modernize. We'll compete. We'll fight. And we will win. Because winning matters.
better after a stern talk to the mornings on Main Street Band to get their act together. All right, fade you guys back out. All right, as we do every Tuesday at this time, let's bring in our good friend Miss Cheap to Mornings on Main Street. There she is. Good Tuesday morning, Miss Cheap. How are you?
Doing great. I hope you had a great Christmas.
I had a wonderful Christmas. Yourself?
Absolutely. Wonderful.
But it's weird because, you know, we were reading the headline for the Nashville Banner from 60 years ago. The high temperature of this day, 1961, was 28 degrees. So now it's going to be 70 today. It's weird.
I like it. I'm telling you, this is good for me.
You know what? Me too as well. All right. Every Tuesday, you put a new article in the paper. This week, you have a really good article on, you know, Nashville's filled with some amazing people that really give back so much of their time. You got one on, let me say his name correctly, Bill Yeeman. Is that correct?
That's right. And it's he really wants the credit to go to his foundation rather than to himself. He's a retired businessman, and when he saw the need, it started with the tornado and he went from there. But he has just the last 2 years just shown up with huge checks for Second Harvest Food Bank, for the Penny Drive, for Room in the Inn, and for Catholic Charities of Nashville. And I mean, he is making a difference. And you know what he told me was that he said when he decided to go ahead and take money out of the foundation instead of leaving it there until after his death, that he said he wanted it to change people and to change people's circumstances, but that in addition to that, it had really changed him. And I think that's really true.
$300,000 to the Miss Cheap Penny Drive.
Right. And it gets matched. So we're talking about $600,000. That's, 2,400 meals. I mean, that's just amazing to me.
And $200,000 to Room in the Inn. I just, what more can you say than God bless you? I mean, it's amazing.
Well, he's a very unassuming person, and he really wants to do good. And he had owned and operated a business that was it's called Acton Mobile Services, and it was it sold construction trailers, like that would go on a construction site for an office there. And he sold his company probably 20 years ago and set up this foundation in memory of his father. His father was Sumter Yeaman, and he was an L&N train engineer. And he said his father was just a working man and, never had much, and that money was always tight, and that he wanted to honor his parents because they were such good parents and had taught him such a good work ethic. And so every bit of the money is to be attributed to the Sumter Yeaman Charitable Foundation, which I think is even sweeter that, Bill doesn't want any credit for it. It's just he's very selfless about it.
How do you get a guy like that who does not want any credit to sit still and talk to you?
To tell you the truth, he was very hard to interview because he really did not want any credit. I mean, he really didn't. I mean, the best quote that I got from him, I think, was that he said, I can't fix the world, but I can do something. And what he wanted to say was he wanted to encourage other people, no matter what their means are, to do something, because everybody can do something. And, with the Penny Drive, Second Harvest says that 1 in 7 people, 1 in 8 children, or 1 in 8 people, 1 in 7 children are at risk of hunger. And when I first started hearing statistics like that, I mentioned it to the priest at our church, and he said, "Well, that means that if they're 1 in 8 are at risk of hunger, that means there's 7 of us that can do something about it." And I thought that was such a good way to look at it, and I think Bill looks at it that way too. That you can't fix everything, but you can help. And he gave a lot of money to the tornado. When the tornado hit last year. And that was what really got him thinking about the need is now, not after his death.
I'm going to steal that from you because that's a great line. If 1 in 8 are hungry, that means 7 of us can help and do something. That is a powerful, powerful line that you just gave us right there to take and put in our heart. There are a lot of great nonprofits around here. And the thing that I've talked with people in the past as well, if you help one, you got to help them all, which is a great excuse for not helping any of them. But as right in your story, let's do one at a time. Let's knock out something over here, then something over here. Can't change the world, but you can change it one day at a time. And that's kind of what I got from the article from reading this.
Well, and one of the reasons that I've supported Second Harvest is because it works with so many other agencies. And I think Bill was really, he was adamant that the money that he gave to these agencies be for direct services, not for administration. And I think that's something he saw, that the Room in the Inn and Catholic Charities and Second Harvest all work through partnerships with other agencies, so they're not duplicating services, and so they're really they're being creative with the money that is given to them, and making sure that it, with the pandemic, they've had to do a lot of things differently than they were able to do before. So I think he really was. I know that at Catholic Charities that they had many conversations about the money that he gave them, because he wanted it to go to direct services, not to how people distributed it. So I think that was important to him too, and it is to me too.
What do you think the common denominator is for, you interviewed a lot of people, Ms. Cheap, over the years, who give back to the community, and not just 10, 20 bucks, which is all great, but hundreds of thousands of dollars. Is there one thing that unites them? And these people probably don't know each other. Is there a common denominator with all of them? Is it just a simple fact that they just want to help others?
I think maybe the common denominator is when they actually see the need and feel the empathy for the people who are suffering. I mean, there's no way that you could look at the video footage of Mayfield, Kentucky, and not be moved by that to do something. I mean, I don't know what you can do. It's almost overwhelming. But I think with Bill and with other people, that if they see that they can link to organizations that will keep them posted of what's going on with their money, about how it's being used, and what difference it might actually be making, so that it's not just a drop in the bucket. I think most of these agencies realize that they need to keep their donors up to date on what is happening with their money and what the organization is doing to creatively, provide services to people in need. And I think when you feel like your money is going to do something good, it's a lot easier to give it away. That's all I can think of, though.
That's a very good point. And you do that. That's why with Second Harvest, you know exactly that it's going to feed families. You see the need, you see the people. And unfortunately, that's a problem in America, that people, go hungry. And thank God for Second Harvest in our area, who does a fantastic job of feeding so many people.
Right. And, one of the really frustrating things about Second Harvest, or that Second Harvest faces, is that it's not really that there's not enough food. So much of the challenge is access, that particularly in the rural areas, that a lot of these people don't have transportation, or there's not a central place for them to pick up the food. And with the pandemic, they've not been able to use volunteers in the ways that they'd used them before. So, I think the access part of the puzzle is something that they've really had to get creative with, and been doing drive-throughs and doing some deliveries with Uber. And, I think they're so passionate about what they do that it makes you want to give to them and makes you want to support them.
Fantastic. Ms. Cheap, thank you. Another great article each and every week. I'm so glad you're on our show, because these articles are fantastic. You tell us things that we need to know, and that without you, we had no idea they were going on. So thank you again.
Can I tell you about one more thing?
Absolutely.
So the YMCA right now through Friday has they've waived the joining fee, and the joining fee could be as much as $125. So if you're thinking about trying to get fit and going to the Y, there are 14 Middle Tennessee Ys, and you can go to any one of those and sign up without having to pay that membership fee. So then you still have to pay a monthly fee once you get started, but that's a pretty good savings right there.
It is. The Y does great work. I live across from the Y in Donaldson. They've been there 50 years. They do such great work. All right. Thank you for that, Ms. Cheap. I appreciate you. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.
You too. Stay cheap.
There we go. Ms. Cheap has a new column every Tuesday in Main Street, the e-edition of Main Street Nashville. Let's go to mainstreetmediatn.com. It's all right there for you. Sign up. And the latest news delivered right to your inbox. It's really cool. And you got the app as well. So again, thank you, Ms. Cheap. All right, we'll take a break, come back. We're headed down to Spring Hill. We've had them on the show before. The great folks at a really cool restaurant, and they're doing great work again. And something happened last week which made the news big time in a good way. We're going to tell you what that is when we come back. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Makes as much sense as driving drunk.
Hi, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Mornings on Main Street fan. You can book them for any outings that they've got going on. There we go. Thanks, guys. All right, again, thank you, Ms. Chief, for joining the show as you do every Tuesday. Now let's head down to Spring Hill. Let's bring in Frank. He owns Grecian Family Restaurant. One of the finest men you will ever come across, and the work he's doing in the community. Frank, good morning to you, buddy.
Good morning. Thank you for having me again.
All right. Every time I turn around, you guys are making some sort of news down there. Last week, let's talk what happened last week. A couple of people come in and tip your servers over $1,000. Tell me, when you first heard and saw this, the restaurant, your thoughts.
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't know anything about it. It was a complete shock to me. David Dutton, who was in charge of all this, had told me he was going to bring a group in of people, keep everything the same, didn't change anything, keep everything as your normal routine, which I did. So I didn't know anything. So he had called me the previous night and said we'll be about 15 to 20 people. And I said, that's fine. And he goes, keep everything, your staff, everything the same way, didn't tell me anything. I didn't know what was going on. So they came in Tuesday, around 11:30. They sat down. And at the end, I was shocked, and so were my staff. They just handed them $2,200 as a gratuity. They were overwhelmed. It was such a nice act of kindness. I couldn't believe it myself.
And the backbone of any good restaurant is your staff. And to see them light up like that. Christmas is not great for a lot of people, but this made your staff smile. It made me smile, and I wasn't even there.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know how to react. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was shocked myself. The other ones were, the one waitress was almost in tears. The other one was just like staring into space. Couldn't believe that they were handed that, that kind of a tip.
Oh, that is so great. We're going to pull your website up here now. How long have you been down in Spring Hill?
I have the store almost 8 years. It's been there a few years before, so it's close to almost 9-10 years there.
And had this ever happened before? Anything close to this?
No, I've never seen anything like it.
They walk in and tip over $1,100 per your two servers. That is just amazing. And such a special time too, right? I mean, Christmas time, things are going on.
David's been a regular customer of my store for many years, and a lot of his networking group also are customers of mine. So I just thought, like you said, he didn't tell me a word. He didn't say anything to me. He kept it just like a normal day, everything the way it should be. And they came in with their group, and like I said, I know a lot of them. They've been regular customers of mine. The server served them, and at the end, they handed them the $2,200.
That is amazing. We had you on. I found out about you guys before Thanksgiving when you were giving away so many meals to people in the community. How did that day go?
That was unbelievable. I was extremely happy. We had served over 1,600 meals that day.
Whoa!
So that was really, really good. 1,600, yes. I was shocked. We had absolutely nothing left at the end of the day. Everything was gone. That made me. I was so happy that everybody. I mean, we went from Spring Hill to Nashville to Mount Pleasant, wherever from the homeless to the elderly. We hit emergency rooms from Vanderbilt hospitals. Everybody who couldn't get out and have a Thanksgiving meal. So that really warmed my heart that day.
It's funny. We had some guy contact the show. Said, I don't need food, but I want to help out. And he was supposed to send you a couple $100. I hope that he did do that. And that's just a way of paying everything forward. And so anything we could have done to help out you guys is great.
I'm sure he did. We did get several donations, and that was greatly appreciated. We had a lot of volunteers, so it just pulled together very, very nicely.
All right. So I said every time I log on Facebook or social media, you're doing something special. And actually, I saw yesterday you had a fundraiser for a single mom down in your area. Why was this important, and why do you do this?
When I hear somebody, and I've had several, she was one who was just in bad shape and she needed my help like I've had before. Like I have them if they're sick or if they lose a spouse and they can't work. I'm going to try my best to try to help them. Even if it's just giving them a small donation from a fundraiser, or if they come and eat and they need a plate of food, I'm going to give it to them no matter what. That's how I am. That's how it should be. I don't like anybody to come in hungry, and, it was pretty busy last night. So she ended up doing quite well. I was, very happy about it on such a short notice, real quick fundraiser. Because usually we book them ahead of time and, try to advertise it as much as possible to get bigger crowds. So it turned very well, for, a Monday right after Christmas. So I was real happy about that as well.
Oh, I'm sure. Frank, let me ask you this. 9 years down there, what makes that area so special to you?
That the community works together. Everybody helps each other. That's what I really love about Spring Hill. I'm not in it by myself. We get help and volunteers and sponsors from everywhere. It's a really nice feeling to know that the community helps and works together in those types of events.
Where did you grow up, Frank?
I grew up in New York.
And so you come down the South and then boom, you get the Southern hospitality, and next thing you know, you're never leaving.
No, I love it in Spring Hill. I'm saying I love the people of the community. The businesses all work together. I couldn't fast for anything else. My wife, who does a lot of the advertising and social media, and I have the best employees in my restaurant, and I thank God every day for everybody. I couldn't ask for anything more.
You're fantastic. Your wife is fantastic. You're fantastic. Frank, thank you. I know it's early and you work late nights. Thank you for doing this. And
thank you so much.
You got my number. Email me. And if you need any help with anything, promoting anything, let us know. We'll be there for you.
I appreciate it. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you, Frank. Grecian Family Inn Restaurant down in Spring Hill. Just giving back to the community. 1,600 meals on Thanksgiving. 1,600. to help out our friends and neighbors. That's amazing. God bless you, Frank. Thank you for all you do for this community. Again, I tell people, I've never lived in a lot of places, but it's hard to beat what we got here in Middle Tennessee. All right, we'll take another break, come back. You know what time it is? Celebrity birthdays. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
I guess I started writing in high school with my high school newspaper and continued to do that in college. But again, I've been writing almost 50 years. I guess I'm semi-retired, but I don't know what else I would do if I weren't working on two or three stories every week. And that's what I love to do. I love to talk to ordinary people who have extraordinary stories to tell. That is my passion. And I like to help them share their stories with you, the reader.
While federal coverage is really important, often I really think that a lot of the decisions that are going to impact you most are made at the local level. Like where's the stop sign's going to go, what's your speed limit going to be, how much you're going to pay in property taxes, we talked about that a lot, and how much funding the schools are going to get, zoning decisions that are going to impact which developers can come in and change the neighborhoods and grow the city. And all those decisions are going to be made at the local level.
I think I like that we have so many papers and so many communities, so we get to be more localized. It's not like broad coverage of this is all of Tennessee. Like it's very much our own specific areas, and we have reporters in each county/city that we have papers in, and I think that that's awesome. I mean, my favorite part is features and like human interest. I think those are the best because you get to highlight somebody who otherwise wouldn't be highlighted.
Give it a second. Is that you playing that back there? Hey, take me full for a second. Okay. Double box. There we go. All right. Just want to see myself on there. How you doing today, buddy?
Doing well, man. Doing well.
Fun show. Thank you, Donna Driver, Amy Billings, Miss Cheap, and then Frank from the restaurant Spring Hill, the Grecian Family Restaurant. Great show, great people today. So I'm very proud of the show. We're going to submit this for an Emmy Award, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. As we do every day.
All right, time for celebrity birthdays. You ready, pal?
Let's do it.
First up, Nichelle Nichols. She played on Star Trek Uhura, Lieutenant Uhura. I'm butchering her character's name. How old is Nichelle Nichols today?
58.
She's 89.
Ah,
close.
The original Star Trek.
Yeah, the original. That's right. Denzel Washington, who, fun fact, met his wife on the movie set with Wilma Rudolph, the life of Wilma Rudolph. He met his wife in Clarksville, Tennessee.
No kidding.
Yep.
Well, he is 64 today.
67. Seth Meyers, who used to be funny. How old is he?
38.
48. God, you're terrible today.
Get the 8 right.
Singer John Legend. Not a fan, but nobody asked me.
He is probably 36.
43.
Gosh.
Actress Sienna Miller. Was she in
Sounds so familiar.
movie with Cooper, with Chris Kyle, the American Sniper, whatever it was?
I'm not sure, but that's a great movie. I'm going to say that she is 51.
40. Oprah's best friend, Gayle King. How old is she?
61.
67.
I'm bad.
Okay. Oh, country singer and guitar player Marty Rowe of Diamond Rio. Very good band.
You have a song for me?
Norma Jean Riley's going to dance with me. Everybody said, "Oh, good. That's what you can do."
Let's do 78.
61.
Wow.
Man, you were all over the board today.
I am not even close, really.
American Idol runner-up David Archuleta. He did a Christmas special with the Mormon Tabernacle Choir recently.
38.
31.
I really thought I had that one.
Yeah, you didn't. Woodrow Wilson, 28th U.S. president. No, he's been gone a while. You've gotten nowhere near today. What's going on with you?
Are there not other celebs out there?
Actor Brendan Hines from Suits.
Let's do 41.
45.
Hey, we're getting closer.
Actor Bo Garrett from The Good Doctor.
53.
39. And finally, American Idol runner-up David Archuleta.
31.
31. Well done.
Thank you.
Lord, man. Remember, one day you're going to find out the deductive reasoning for birthdays, okay?
One day.
And
not today.
Here's your hint.
Okay.
There you go. It's a visual hint.
It was linear.
It's a linear. It goes that way. All right. Take care of yourself, buddy.
See y'all.
All right. That's the intern. Fun show. Everybody, thank you. The intern will send out the links later on. Mornings on Main Street. Go to our YouTube channel. It's all for you right there. Every segment we put up there. Again, thanks for watching, everyone. And we leave you with this, as we do every morning. Be nice to people. Be kind. Let people in traffic wave. Open doors. Remember, this is really important. Nobody cares about your CrossFit workout unless you're doing it for charity. As always, remember, nobody ever went broke by giving. We'll see you tomorrow.